What is going on, guys? It is gonna be your most favorite person in the world, Derek, coming back at you with another video. Today, I'm very excited to be showing you guys this video because my previous video, I showed you guys how to edit HDR pictures. I showed you guys how I edit my HDR pictures. You can check that video out. But today, I'm gonna be taking you guys out on the photo shoot with me. I'm gonna be showing you guys how I frame my pictures all the way down to how I set the settings on my camera. So today, I went out down by the lake, took some pictures on my old trusty Rebel T6, took some nice HDR pictures, got some good pictures in store for you. It's a nice, good autumn day, got some good colors out there. The leaves are changing, so it's a great day to go out and take pictures. Very excited to be showing you guys this video. So I hope you guys stick around. Got a lot of good stuff in store for you, and I hope you guys enjoy. Can I do a medium blood orange refresher?
Okay.
And then a glazed donut and an order of hash browns, please. Thank you. All right, guys, I am out here on location. I can show you, this place is really cool. It's a nice little fishing spot, nice little lake. And right up here, right on the road. So I parked my car right there. Bam, right on the water. Place is perfect for taking pictures. Not that far of a walk. Nice and easy. So first order of business, I hope it's not too windy. I hope you guys can hear me, but the first order of business is to get the tripod all set up. So let's get that going. I gotta get all the equipment out, get the tripod all set up, camera. Let's get to it. So for these pictures, guys, all I'm gonna be using is my 18 to 55 millimeter lens. Has a nice range for it. I use the 18 millimeter a lot because it gives me a nice wide angle for these nice good landscapes. And then it goes up to 55 if I want to zoom in nice. I do have another lens on me, goes up to 300 mils if I do want to use it, but this should do me pretty good. So all I have is the camera. Got the tripod in the back, and the other thing that we're gonna want, it's nice and sunny out. It's almost 12 o'clock, so the sun's pretty much right down beating above us. It's gonna be coming directly into our lens, and I don't want that lens glare, so we're gonna be using the lens hood. We just pop this bad boy right on, gives the lens some good shade, and it'll do us pretty well.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Alrighty, I have the camera all set up on the tripod. So my next order of business is figuring out what I actually want to capture here in this beautiful landscape. So I know I don't want to capture this over here, this building over here. All I want is this nature. I definitely like these trees because a lot of color, nice autumn day, leaves are changing, looking pretty nice. So I'm definitely gonna want to do more over here. I definitely want the water in it. Now the question is do I want to be down over here so I can be more towards the water level, or do I want to be up towards here so I'm kind of in level with the trees almost? So I think I'm gonna try both ways. I'm gonna try first up here, and then I'm gonna move all the way down over there. A good photographer once said, your best photo could just be 2 steps to your left. So you always wanna try out new angles, and you always wanna try out different pictures, different angles, see what looks good. That's always what you wanna do. So let's get after it. Alrighty guys, so I have selected my composition that I'm gonna wanna shoot right here. Boom, let's see if I can show it. If it'll show nice and through to the camera. I don't know how well you can see that, guys, but definitely not well at all. But here, I'll do it with this camera. so this is about what we're doing. We're gonna be following the rule of thirds, obviously. So I'm gonna want the water on the bottom third. I'm gonna want these trees over on the left 2/3, and I'm gonna want the sky over on the right third. So your eyes kind of lead from the bottom left, going to the kind of the top right of the page, kind of going across the trees. That's the number one thing we're gonna want to be thinking about as a photographer, is where the viewer's eyes are going to be looking when we're looking at the picture. So that's the composition I'm going to be going with. So the next order of business, once we found out the composition, is definitely going to be figuring out what the settings on our camera is going to be. So I like to shoot in manual mode. I like to have the most free range that I have on the camera, so I like to shoot in manual mode. So we're going to want to figure out what ISO we're shooting at, the aperture, and we're going to want to figure out the shutter speed that we're doing. I'm going to want to definitely do an HDR picture for this. I showed you guys how to edit HDR pictures in my last video, so we're going to be taking an HDR picture this time. It's definitely a really bright day out. The sun's bright and shining, so my ISO I'm definitely not going to need to worry about. Definitely set it at the lowest I can, at probably 100. My aperture, that's very important. I'm definitely going to want to set that to a lower or a very higher aperture, probably I can bump it up to 15, maybe even go up to 20, because I'm going to want to capture all of these trees, get it all in focus, so that's very important. And then my shutter speed is definitely where I play around a lot, is where I do a lot of test shots and I figure out what we're doing. So yeah. So guys, right here is actually where I'm figuring out what shutter speed I'm going to want to shoot at, or what my exposure settings are going to be at. So I already have my other two settings all figured out on my camera, so that is what I'm going to want to figure out, is my shutter speed. So as I said in my previous video, an HDR picture is actually made up of multiple different pictures all put into one composition. So for this composition I chose to do 3 different pictures, so I had to choose out 3 different exposure times for those 3 pictures. One for the midtones, one for the shadows, and one for the highlights. So what I ended up going with was, I did a 1/8 of a second exposure time for the shadows, I did a 1/30th exposure time for the midtones, and then I ended up going with a 1/800th of a second exposure time for the highlights or the sky. A lot quicker of an exposure time for the sky. Alrighty guys, and now comes the time I'm sure you guys have all been waiting for, the final picture of the video. So I'm not going to keep you guys waiting any longer. Here it is. Now, I'm very happy with how this picture came out. I think everything that I was trying to put into this picture really came out very well. The colors, all the autumn colors came out very well. I think it really pops with the blue background of the sky, the gradient, especially the reflection in the water. I think that's kind of what makes this picture pop the most, is the reflection in the water. Like I said before, your eyes kind of lead from the bottom left corner going up towards the sky. So I think everything I really tried to accomplish with this picture, I really did get to do. So I'm very happy with how it came out. Now, sadly guys, that is just about going to wrap up our video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed coming out on the photo shoot with me. Got to see how I personally do my photo shoots, how I set the settings on my camera, and how I frame up my pictures. I hope you guys like how the picture came out today. I personally loved it, obviously. But I hope you guys enjoyed. It's going to be your most favorite person in the whole world, Derek, out.